𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐦𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐼 𝐷𝐷𝐸 𝐷𝐸 Madana Mohana Rupa Tribanga Sundara Madana Mohana Rupa Tribanga Sundara Hitambara Siki Pucha Shudamanohara Hitambara Siki Pucha Shudamanohara Lalita Madhava Vame Vrishabhanukanya Lalita Madhava Vame Vrishabhanukanya Sunila Vasana Gauri Rupe Gunedanya Nana Vida Alankara Kore Jalamala Harimano Vimohana Vadana Ujvala Vishakadi Saki Gana Nana Ragipaya Vishakadi Saki Gana Nana Ragikaya Narma Saki Jata Shamaradulaya Sri Radha Madhava Pada 𝐶𝐤𝐴𝐳𝐝𝐵𝐚 Sri Radha Madhava Pada 𝐶𝐤𝐴𝐳𝐝 Bhakti Vinoda Saki Bhade Sukhe Pase Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Milana
Hare Krishna. We well my humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to His Holiness Bhakti 𝐸𝐸 Swami. All glories to His Holiness Bhakti 𝐸𝐸 Damodara Swami Maharaj. We are very pleased to welcome those of you, those who have been with us for a long time now, and as well as those who are new. And a very warm welcome to our Facebook and YouTube viewers as well. On behalf of BDD Swami Sanga, we would like to welcome you all for the 6th Global Online Event, Day 3, celebrating Radhastami. It's indeed a very incredible and very important occasion. It's a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome His Holiness Bhakti 𝐸𝐸 Damodara Swami Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, respectful obeisances to everyone, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
May the excitement of this event enthuse you all. May its enchantment surrounds you all. May the fellowship that we all share create happy memories and sharing magical moments. Once again, a very warm welcome to you all. We would now request Bhakti Dhira to offer garland to Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Kindly accept my humble obeisance, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, on Hare Krishna Maharaj, on behalf of ISKCON Ghana, we want to present this offering to you, the garland here to you. Please kindly accept this offering from Sri Radha Govinda. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the message of Sri Radha Govinda from Media, Ghana.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for this wonderful, beautiful offering.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me such a beautiful seva. Thank you very much. All glories to Gurudev. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much. We now seek permission and blessings of Maharaj to begin our session for today.
Hare Krishna. Wish you all the best in your program.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Dear devotees, as you all have been watching this program, you must have been noticed that our entire program is in English. So for Hindi and Portuguese viewers, we have the language interpretation. So I now invite you all to listen to this explanatory video very carefully.
Hare Krishna, queridos devotos, reverências, todas as glórias a Srila Prabhupada. Hoje teremos interpretação simultânea para a língua portuguesa. Se você desejar ouvir em português e estiver no computador, clique no ícone do globo no canto inferior direito da sua tela. Em seguida, selecione o idioma português. Para os usuários de celular, clique no ícone mais, depois no ícone do globo e em seguida escolha o canal de português. Muito obrigada. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। आज हिंदी भाषा में अनुवाद की सुविधा उपलब्ध है। अपने कंप्यूटर पर हिंदी इंटरप्रिटेशन चैनल तक पहुंचने के लिए कृपया अपनी स्क्रीन के निचले दाएं कोने में ग्लोब आइकन पर क्लिक करें। इसके बाद हिंदी चैनल पर क्लिक करें। मोबाइल उपयोगकर्ताओं के लिए अधिक आइकन पर क्लिक करें, फिर भाषा व्याख्या के लिए ग्लोब आइकन पर और हिंदी चैनल का चयन करें। आपको धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. I hope it's very clear now. Thank you so much. So, dear devotees, let's have a look for the schedule for today. Let's see a look at the schedule for today. So, we begin our session by a talk by His Grace Baldev Prabhu. He's going to speak on the topic how to serve and please Srimati Radharani, followed by a very interesting segment, interesting part of this program, a quiz, and then followed by a bhajan by devotees of Mauritius. So please stay connected. We have very interesting programs. Be there till the end of the program. Dear devotees, if you have any query, any questions, any kind of problem, don't worry. Don't hesitate to ask your servant in the chat box. They are there to assist you. A very auspicious beginning for today's program. I invite you all to watch this Radhastami festival lecture featuring Srila Prabhupada.
So, I am very pleased that you are keeping this center nicely in our own standard by performing 𝐤𝐢𝐳 by Sankirtan. And today is Radhastami. We perform. Our 𝐤𝐢𝐳 is Sankirtan, and Srimati Radharani is the pleasure potency of Krishna. Radha Krishna pranaya vikiti alladini shakti rasmad ekatmanavapi deho bhedo gato. 𝐃𝐡𝐚𝐦𝐤𝐢 prakatamādhunā tadvayam 𝐃𝐚𝐦𝐢. When Krishna is one, 𝐾𝐚𝐦𝐢 𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿, but eka bahushyama, he can expand himself. So, when he wants to enjoy, so the pleasure potency is manifested from his personal body. That pleasure potency is Radharani. Radharani is not ordinary living entity. Radharani is Krishna's personal pleasure potency, Alladini Shakti. So, just today, his appearance day of Alladini Shakti. So, if you want to please Krishna, because our business is to please Krishna, Haritosana, covered this movement is Haritosana. Samsiddhi Haritos. Actual aim of life is to satisfy Lord Vishnu. And Krishna is the origin of Vishnu Tattva. And he is pleased through Radharani. Therefore we don't keep Krishna alone. No. Radha Krishna. First Radharani. So that day is today. First you have to worship Radharani. If you go through Radharani, therefore in Vrindavan you will see all devotees, they will address one another. Jai Radhe still. Because they know that if Radharani is pleased, if I can please Radharani, Radharani is presented, the original pleasure potency, always absorbed in thought of Krishna. So anyone who comes before Radharani to serve Krishna, she becomes so pleased. Here is a devotee of Krishna. She immediately recommends Krishna, here is a devotee. He is better than me. This is Radha. I may be not devotee. I may be most fallen, rascal. But if I try to reach Krishna through Radharani, then my business is successful. Therefore, we should worship Radharani first. That is our business. Instead of offering directly one flower to Krishna, you just put it in the hands of Radharani. My mother Radharani, Jagannatha, if you kindly take this flower and offer to Krishna. Radharani, you have brought a flower. Krishna says, Patram Vishwam Phalam Toyam Jivami Bhakta Prajitsyati. But don't try to offer Krishna direct. Just offer to Radharani. It will be very much appreciated by Radharani. So, this is our philosophy, to please Krishna through Radharani, and thus today is the auspicious day of Radharani's appearance. So you should offer Pushpanjali and pray to Radharani that Radharani kindly be merciful and tell about me to your Krishna. To your Krishna. Krishna is your. Krishna, Radhar Krishna. Krishna is not independent. Krishna is Radharani's property. So you have to approach Krishna through Radharani. That is, today is the auspicious day. Worship Radharani very nicely and be happy. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Our speaker for today's session is His Grave Baldev Prabhu, and he is going to speak on the topic how to serve and please Srimati Radharani. His guest Baldev Prabhu has come from a family of devotees and was introduced to Krishna consciousness by his father. He came to ISKCON in Mumbai in 1991 and received initiation in 1995 by His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. He then joined ISKCON Chowpatty Temple in Mumbai in 1999. His Grace Baldev Prabhu holds a bachelor's degree in physics with certification in advanced physics, nuclear energy, kinetic, besides multiple diplomas in various fields such as human resource and personal management, software management, business communication, and tourism. He regularly teaches Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, ISKCON Disciple Course, and other Shastric courses. He serves as Zonal Secretary Assistant of GBC, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, in the state of Maharashtra. He is part of ISKCON Chowpatty's temple management, ISKCON Chowpatty Congregation Development Team, and its Satellite Center Coordination Team. He is also part of the team which oversees the management of the annual Kartik Yatra, which Chowpatty Temple arranges every year in October, in which every year in October, over 6,000 devotees join for the Yatra to holy places. He is the member of the core team of ISKCON India Youth Preacher Association and a part of ISKCON India Book Distribution Committee. For the last 15 years, he has been traveling around India and abroad on invitations to share systems of devotee care, setting up youth preaching, book distribution, temple ashram, congregation preaching, teaching Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, and ISKCON disciple courses. He conducts seminars on the Holy Name, Prabhupada Festival, ISKCON disciple course, Bhakti Shastri, and Bhakti Vaibhav courses. He conducts seminars on various of these things. He travels, in his travels, he has visited ISKCON Center in countries of North America, South America, Africa, Middle East, and other European countries, and Southeast Asia. He has conducted inspiration and leadership seminars for students and faculty of many recognized universities, corporate sectors, multinational companies, yoga institutes in India as well as abroad, and also appeared on TV and radio shows worldwide. I now invite Bhuvanapati Prabhu to offer garland to Baldev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So, Dandava Pranams, accept my humble obeisance. God bless to Gurudev and everyone. So please, it's great birthday Prabhu. This is a simple garland I've made for you. Please kindly accept it for me and give us the nectar of Srimati Radharani. Thank you very much. So please kindly accept it for us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Bhuvanapati Prabhu, for this offering. And now I invite Baldev Prabhu for the talk.
Hare Krishna. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
First of all, I'd like to offer my most humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. Maharaj has always been very kind and very compassionate to this fallen soul. And I've been hankering to meet Maharaj for a very long time. Hopefully, things are coming soon. Maharaj is arriving in Mumbai, so I'll be getting his association. Maharaj, Dandat Pranam.
Thank you very much, Baldev Prabhu. We're happy to have you with us.
Maharaj, your permission, I can speak something.
Please go on. We are ready to feast on your wonderful narrations.
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So thank you very much for joining today and inviting me for this wonderful session which is going on, glorifying Srimati Radharani. I am indeed very grateful for allowing me to come here and take all of your association. I will try to speak something today on the very important topic which has been given to me by all of you, and that is how to best serve and please Srimati Radharani. Okay, so I remember a very beautiful pastime of Srila Prabhupada. This was in Mumbai many years back when Prabhupada came here and was trying to establish the 𝐾𝐻 temple. His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, he was given this service of being the temple president of this 𝐾𝐻 temple, and his main service was to go on connecting life members and making them devotees. So he would visit many rich people, industrialists, very famous celebrities, and connect them to the Hare Krishna movement. So while doing so, once Giriraj Maharaj happened to meet and visit the Birla, the famous Birla. So that time Birla had a very big name, and Giriraj Maharaj went to their home and got a chance to meet Mr. Birla and Mrs. Birla. Mrs. Birla and Mr. Birla were very pious people, and Mrs. Birla saw that how Giriraj Maharaj, being a foreign body, yet he was practicing Krishna consciousness. She was very impressed. And Giriraj Maharaj would often glorify Srila Prabhupada in front of her. So Giriraj Maharaj once told her that my spiritual master has come to Mumbai. Why don't we arrange a program for him? So Mrs. Birla agreed for that. And Mrs. Birla, she arranged a seminar for Srila Prabhupada. Like her, trying to connect with her friends and relatives and neighbors, she invited everyone to her home. The seminar was entitled Secret of Success. So Giriraj Maharaj informed Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you have been told to give a seminar, and the audience is all the relatives, the friends, and neighbors of Mr. and Mrs. Birla. So Prabhupada came to Birla's house, and then Prabhupada sat there and he began Kirtan. And can you imagine, he was told to speak on the topic Secret of Success. It's like a very modern topic, right? And let's see how Prabhupada addressed this august audience of very famous people. And the topic was very generic on Secret of Success. Srila Prabhupada began with saying that how the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, he is unlimited. And being unlimited, he has diverse energies. Parasha Shakti Vividhaiva Shuyati. So many Shaktis, so many energies he has got. And Prabhupada said, those Shaktis and diverse energies are classified by great souls into three types. One is the Antaranga Shakti, the second is the Bahiranga Shakti, and third is Tatastha Shakti. So Giriraj Maharaj was sitting there in the audience and was wondering how Prabhupada is going to build up the whole topic. The topic was Secret of Success. And here Prabhupada is beginning about Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, Tatastha Shakti, right? The audience is all big people. So Prabhupada went on to say that Antaranga Shakti is Srimati Radharani. She is the internal potency of the Lord. She is the boss of the spiritual world. Bahiranga Shakti is Durga Devi, material energy, and she is the boss of this material world. Prabhupada said the third Shakti is the Tatastha Shakti, and that Shakti is all of us, the living entity, the spirit soul, the marginal energy of the Lord. And we are now struggling. We have to choose whether we have to go into Antaranga Shakti or we have to be in the Bahiranga Shakti, external energy in the material world, or the internal energy of the spiritual world. And then Srila Prabhupada said, I have been told to speak on a topic, Secret of Success. Prabhupada said, the secret of success is in the life to transfer oneself, the jiva, to transfer oneself from the Bahiranga Shakti, the material world, to Antaranga Shakti under the shelter of Srimati Radharani and go back to work. So this is how Srila Prabhupada connected the most difficult understanding of Vedas into very simple language. And he said, all the success we will have in this material world is all pale and temporary. But the permanent success which everyone should aspire for is to transfer oneself from Durga Devi's clutches to the shelter of Srimati Radharani. So this was how Srila Prabhupada wonderfully presented to this august audience the principle and tattva of Srimati Radharani. So as Prabhupada mentioned, then we need to transfer ourselves from material energy to spiritual energy. I remember reading from the Bhagavad Gita, this famous shloka, famous verse, the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the 7th verse. Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manasashtani indriyani prakriti stani karshati. Prabhupada translates this as, the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to his conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which includes the mind. So Prabhupada says here, the word, Prabhupada also mentions, this quotes these shlokas in many of his classes. So here in the purport, I'll read one line which is very emphatically mentioning the point of transferring from the material world to spiritual world. Why we need to transfer to the material, from material to spiritual world, right? So Prabhupada says, in conditioned life, the spirit soul is dominated by the material modes of nature, and he forgets the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And here it is. As a result, he has to struggle very hard to maintain his existence in the material world. So the stay in material world is not cozy. There is a lot of struggle. And Prabhupada mentions in one of his classes, the word karshati. Karshati means struggle, Prabhupada said. And in one place, Prabhupada says, karshati also means grappling very hard. So you find in this material world, everyone is grappling hard to achieve success, to remain, to continue the status quo, to be struggling and be happy in this material world. However, we see that in this material world, it is not easy to be always happy. It's a mix of happiness and distress. Srila Prabhupada, I remember he wrote a very beautiful Vyas Puja offering to his dear spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And that was like way back when Prabhupada was in Radhastami and he was in Mumbai. And that Vyas Puja offering was very much loved by his spiritual master. So we know about that offering where the famous line comes as, absolute sentient thou has proved, impersonal calamity thou has moved. Well, that is a very famous line which Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur really liked it. But I also like to point out other things which are there in that offering. Very beautifully, Prabhupada presents this karshati, the struggling in the material world, which Prabhupada is talking about also in the Bhagavad Gita. So this, I'll read it for you, this beautiful poem Prabhupada wrote for the glory of his spiritual master. O my master, the evangelic angel, give us thy light, light up thy candle. Struggle for existence, a human race. The only hope is divine grace. Such a beautiful line. Struggle for existence, a human race. The only hope is divine grace. Prabhupada continues. Misled we are all going astray. Forgotten Krishna, we fallen souls, paying most heavy the illusion's toll. The only hope is divine grace. So in short, Srila Prabhupada in this poem is bringing out how everyone is grappling very hard in this external energy, the Bahiranga Shakti. And Srila Prabhupada is inviting all of us, let us join hands, let's go to the ultimate eternal shelter of Srimati Radharani. And she's calling us to come and be with Krishna. So this is how we see our current position is very precarious. We have to move on to a better position. We are all looking for better jobs. We are all looking for good homes, We also, those who are single, they're looking for great partners. Those who are already married, they're looking for good children. For those who are children, they're looking for children's education, good job, good family. So we're always looking for a better position, but in the material world. And our whole Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, everyone is calling, don't struggle here. Do your duty, but keep your vision very strong and move on to the spiritual world under the shelter of Srimati Radharani. And we are struggling hard. Even in spiritual life, we are struggling so much, right? We often find devotees always saying, Prabhu, Maharaj, Mataji, please guide me. I'm struggling so much. I remember one time my spiritual master was walking and one of the devotees was also with him. So Maharaj asked him, so how are you doing, Prabhu? And the devotee said, Maharaj, I'm struggling. So Maharaj laughed and said, very nice, keep struggling. So I was surprised. Maharaj saying, keep struggling. That's the material world, to keep struggling. The struggle should be on. The struggle should be on to reach the spiritual world. So, like for example, if there is a cricket player who's playing a cricket match, right? And we often see when people, when the players, they play a like nice and they score good mark, good runs, and when they score 50 or 100 runs, they're very happy. They show the bat and remove the helmet, and they're very happy. So one time, one player, he was playing a match and he scored 35 runs. How many runs? 35 runs. So he just opened his helmet and he showed his bat all around everyone. And everyone was surprised why he is waving. Because he has not completed 50 runs. He has not even completed 100 runs. So the co-batsman on the other side, he came and said, my dear friend, why are you waving your hand? We generally wave only when 50 comes. You complete 50 runs. And we haven't done any milestone. Our team has not done any milestone yet. Why you are waving your hand? So the batsman said, you'll never understand. 35 is a very good number for me. 35 also represents the passing mark, right? Many of us, we give exams. 100 out of 35, we get passing mark. We're so happy. But I always struggle to get 35. So now when I got 35, I'm remembering, 35 is the passing mark. So most of people in the material world, whether they are in Krishna consciousness, whether they're outside, they're all like trying to achieve 35, the bare minimum, right? 16 rounds, the bare minimum. If someone completes 16 rounds, he's so happy, as if big Govardhan Parvat has come down from hand. So this is struggle going on in this material world. And this struggle continues till we decide to make the transition success from material world to the spiritual world. From Bahiranga Shakti to the Antaranga Shakti. From Durga Devi to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Right? Now, why Srimati Radharani? Why not Lakshmi? Why not Rukmini? Because Srimati Radharani is very, very, very special. Krishna is purchased by the love of Srimati Radharani. If Srimati Radharani, as Prabhupada says in this lecture, which was beautifully presented now, Prabhupada says, if Radharani recommends someone, Krishna knows that this person is useless, but because Radharani is recommending, Krishna cannot never refuse. So this is how we see that Srimati Radharani plays a very, very vital role in connecting the forgotten conditioned souls back to Krishna. I remember very many years back, I had a chance to go to Kumbh Mela. You all know Kumbh Mela is a very famous festival in India. It happens in Prayag, also happens in Haridwar, also happens in Ujjain and Nasik. But I went to Prayag once, I remember. And such a big gathering, so many people come to take bath and also visit other spiritual tents which are there. So constantly there is one booth which is called as Lost and Found booth. They call in Hindi Khoya Paya Kendra. Because so many people come from villages, then there is always a chance people may lose track of where the relatives are. They will look here and there, and then the relatives go on the right side, and they're going on the left side, and they keep searching, hey, where is my father, where is my mother? So there's constant announcement going on in the Kumbh Mela that this boy is lost, this girl is lost, this old woman is lost, and their family members are this name. Please come and collect your family member from here. So one boy like this was lost. He was holding the hand of his mother, but some other, because of a lot of crowd and rush, the two separated and the boy was crying. Someone picked up the boy and brought him to this lost and found Kendra. And now they have to make announcements, and the announcements go all over the different acres of land in Prayagraj. So they now ask the boy, "Hey boy, tumhara naam kya hai? What's your name?" And he said, "My name is Munnu." Now that boy was such a small boy, he did not even know his original name of Munnu is something which we call out of love. Munnu, Chunnu, Chotu, like that. So what's your name? My name is Munnu. Oh, Munnu. Okay. Your name is Munnu. Who is your mother? What's her name? So my mother's name is Mata. I did not know even so what was mother's name, because he would call mother as Mata, right? So they were confused what to announce. Munnu, his mother is Mata. Okay, which village you have come from? He said, my village is 𝐤𝐢. He did not even know the name of the village. He called it 𝐤𝐢. So now they're more confused. What we should announce? Munnu, mother's name is Mata, and his village is 𝐤𝐢. So they asked, okay, can you describe your mother? How is your mother? And he mentioned, she is very beautiful. That's also not a very clear-cut definition of how your mother looks. But how beautiful she is, you are asked. She is the most beautiful mother. So now they were so much confused. So they picked up the mic and said, okay, Munnu is lost. He is from 𝐤𝐢 and his mother's name is Mata, and Mata is very beautiful. Anyone fit in the description, kindly come and pick up a child from his Kendra, this center. So I was going for a long, long time, and finally one lady came in. She was frantically searching for her child, the same child. And she came in, and as soon as the boy saw that lady, he just ran and jumped and embraced mother. And everyone asking, is she your mother? Oh, Mata, my Mata, she's her mother. And they're thinking, she's not so beautiful, right? At least from external sense, she's a thin lady from a village, and he's saying, most beautiful. Then they realize, for a child who is completely dependent on his mother, she's the most beautiful lady in the whole universe for him. So if we just compare this, that a child who's lost in this world, for him, the most beautiful lady in the whole world is his mother. And compared to that, to all of us, the conditioned souls who are lost in this Kumbh Mela of material world, right? And who is the most beautiful mother of us? That is Srimati Radharani. And indeed, she is the most beautiful lady in the whole universe. She is Madan Mohan Mohini. She has capacity of even attracting Krishna. Madan Mohan, who attracts millions of 𝐾𝐽𝐸s. So here is Srimati Radharani, who attracts Krishna by her devotion. One time I was hearing a class and the speaker was mentioning that we are part and parcel of Krishna, right? But the devotional service we offer to Krishna is part and parcel of Srimati Radharani. So without Srimati Radharani's intervention in our life, we just cannot reach Krishna. We just cannot go there. One time one peacock, this is a Braj Katha, this is from Vrindavan. One peacock wanted to achieve Krishna's mercy. So someone told him, if you want Krishna's mercy, you have to chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna's holy name. So, okay, I'll chant Krishna's holy name. Where should I chant? Now go to 𝐷𝐷𝐿, and in 𝐷𝐷𝐿, you go and chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna continuously. And Krishna will come and give his mercy. So this peacock went and started chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna in 𝐷𝐷𝐿. He chanted half of the day, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. No one came. He got tired. What is this? Is it wrong address? 𝐷𝐷𝐿, I'm chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So one sadhu, one Mahatma saw him. Said, what happened? Why you're so worried? So exasperated. He said, I'm chanting Krishna, Krishna here. No one is coming. Krishna is not coming. Oh, you do one thing. You go to now Barsana. And you chant Radhe, Radhe, Radhe in Barsana. He said, what will happen? You just go and try out. So now he went to Barsana. And in Barsana he was chanting Radhe, 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 Radhe. And just in short moments, Srimati Radharani appeared. And he was so happy to see Radharani and said, Radharani, you are so merciful. But your Krishna is not merciful. I was chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna for half of the day, but he did not appear. And I just chanted few your names and you appeared. So Radharani said, well, now you go to Nandagaon again and again chant. But don't chant Krishna, Krishna. Chant Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. So the peacock went to Nandagaon again. And the peacock chanted Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And lo and behold, Krishna came there. And Krishna was so happy with the peacock. He was caressing the peacock. I said, Peacock, I'm so happy with you. And I pulled the peacock feather and said, I'll take this as a gift from you. And Krishna pulled on a turban. So many devotees in Braj say this is the story of how Krishna was so happy with the peacock, was chanting Srimati Radharani's name, mother's name, that he decided to decorate his turban with peacock henceforth. So this is Braj. This is spiritual life. We approach Krishna through Krishna's devotees. And the best of all devotees is Srimati Radha. So we see here that throughout scriptures, throughout our parampara, the great acharyas have extolled the glories of Srimati Radharani. And by serving Srimati Radharani, we can achieve Krishna's grace very easily. I remember a beautiful story which was told by Bhakti Vaishnava Ashray Maharaj. A very beautiful story from the Natha Dwara. You know all Natha Dwara, where Srinathji Bhagwan is there. So previously Srinathji Bhagwan was in Govardhan. Gopalji, Shripad Madhavendra Puri Goswami got the deities and he established the worship of Gopalji on the Govardhan hill. So Maharaj was mentioning that how this name Srinathji came. So Vallabhacharya is a very famous acharya from the Pushti Marg Vallabha Sampradaya, and his sons were also very great devout Vaishnavas. One of his sons is Vithalnath Goswami. So Vithalnath Goswami was a very, very strong Vaishnava, very powerful Vaishnava, and he had a very close connection with the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. And he had spent lot of time with Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami, when he saw that Madhavendra Puri Goswami had established a deity worship of this Govardhan Gopal, but later due to some reasons the worship was not going good. So Jiva Goswami decided to hand over the deity of Gopalji to Sri Vithalnath Goswami, who was very close to six Goswamis of Vrindavan, and he was also a very ardent follower of Krishna. So now Vithalnath Goswami was leading the whole worship of Gopalji. And he became very, very close to, he became so attached to the deities. He could not live without the deity. So while Govardhan was there and worship of Govardhan, Gopalji was happening on Govardhan, just on the foothills of Govardhan, on the Giriraj Parikrama, we know this place, Yatipura, right? So in Yatipura, Vithalnath Goswami was staying there. And he had 6 sons, and they were all married. So one day, while Vithalnath Goswami was in his house, it is said that one bangle seller woman came there. Now you know the old traditions. No? In old traditions, traditional ladies would wear a lot of bangles on their wrist. So the bangle seller came with a big box. So Vithalnath Goswami decided that let me give a reward to all my daughter-in-laws. And he called all daughter-in-laws. All my daughter-in-laws, please come and you wear new bangles for you. So the bangle seller, she was very happy. She got a big customer, all 6, not just one person, 6 of them. She called them and she removed all the old bangles from everyone's hand, the daughter-in-law's hand, and she put new bangles. And they're very happy. When the daughter-in-laws came, it is an old tradition, they had put the shawl, the sari on their head, and the head was covered. The face was not seen. The traditional style of how we had Indian culture previously of ladies would cover their face like that. So they had covered their face. So Vithalnath Goswami, his father-in-law, said, okay. So then they wore all the bangles and they again went back inside the house. And now the time came for paying the money. So the lady said, well, I put 6 bangles in one hand, 6 into 6, 6 into 2 is 12. 12 into 7 is this much, and this is the money you have to pay. And Vithalnath Goswami said, wait. 12 is okay, but 12 into 6 should be there. Why 7? He said, no, I put bangles on 7 ladies' hands. Vithalnath Goswami said, well, I have only 6 sons and 6 daughter-in-laws. How can you say 7 daughter-in-laws? I don't understand. So no, I actually put bangles on 7 ladies here. So Vittalnath Goswami could not believe that. So I'm telling you, I have only 6 sons and 6 daughter-in-laws. How can there be 7? So he said, you only ask them. So Vittalnath Goswami said, okay, all Bhaurani, all daughter-in-laws come. So actually 7 of them came out. And you surprised 7 of them because they all put veil, on their face. So you saw one of them was a little different from the remaining 6. So to all the 6, okay, go inside. And the 7th one was there. Said, who are you? I only have 6 sons. Who's 7th one coming there? And this lady, beautiful lady, pulled her veil up, and that was Srimati Radharani. And she said, am I not your daughter-in-law? You consider Krishna as your son, and I am Krishna's wife. I am a daughter-in-law. I am Bahurani. And the Vittalnath Goswami said, yeah, indeed. Yes, Sri Krishna. I don't have 6 sons, but I have 7 sons. And then Radharani went inside the house. That's it. The story got over. But Vittalnath Goswami was so enthralled that how Srimati Radharani is actually staying in his house. And from that day onwards, he decided to name the deity of Gopal as 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭. Like in the tradition of Baldev Sampradaya, and in Barsana also they call Radharani as Shriji, right? So 𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭. Nath means the master. The master of Shriji is Shriji Nath or Srinathji. So how we see that how Krishna's one special name of Srinathji also has come because he is the master, the husband of Srimati Radharani, the goddess of fortune, the original goddess of fortune. So this is the beautiful understanding of Srimati Radharani. Srila Prabhupada, when he was embarked on a Jaladuta, and he was reaching the Boston Harbor, and Prabhupada sang 2 beautiful bhajans at different locations. One of them he sings like this: Krishna tava punya vibha, je punya karibe jabe, Radharani khushi hobe, dhruva ati boli tomar taan, Krishna tava punya vibha. In short, Prabhupada is pouring out his heart. And Prabhupada is saying, Je punya karibe jabe Radharani khushi hobe. You want mercy of Krishna? Prabhupada is saying, you want mercy of Krishna? It is only possible if Radharani blesses you. This is Prabhupada's innermost heart which comes out in times when he's about to begin a very big service to his Guru Maharaj. That if you want mercy of Krishna, if you want to achieve Krishna, you need blessings of Srimati Radharani, without which you just cannot do anything in your life. So we see that how we need to serve the highest, the biggest devotee, and that is Srimati Radharani, right? But how to serve Srimati Radharani? She is not very easily accessible, right? We just can't, like Vittalnath Goswami calls and Radharani comes. If we call Radharani, she will not come, right? How are we going to serve her? So let us learn from our acharyas, from our Gaudiya Sampradaya, the methodology of how to reach Radharani, how to serve Srimati Radharani. So we find here that from the life of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the life of 6 Goswamis, Srila Thakur Bhakti Vinod Bhakti Siddhanta, Sarva Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and all our acharyas, how they served in the mood of servant of servant of servant. Like let's take example of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is none other than Srimati Radharani. Was Krishna come in the mood of Radharani? What is her bhav? Her bhav is to relish the love of Radharani. Krishna is coming as Radharani's mood to relish the love of Radharani, but at the same time he's preaching pure devotional service, right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions in one of his beautiful books. He said that I would love to serve Srimati Radharani. And which is the best place to serve Srimati Radharani? Like we may think of Vrindavan as the best place to serve Srimati Radharani because that is her home. Well, no, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I want to serve Srimati Radharani in Kurukshetra. Of all places, Kurukshetra. Why? Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani has a lot of assistants to serve Krishna. But when she goes to Kurukshetra to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan, that time she has limited supply and she needs a lot of help. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions, I would rather go to Kurukshetra because that is a place where Srimati Radharani requires more help and more servants. So from here we can get a clue of how our acharyas have all descended from the spiritual world to this material world. Why? Because they all come to serve Srimati Radharani here. Srimati Radharani, who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has come here to bring us all back home, back to Godhead. 𝐗𝐤𝐬𝐢, 𝐗𝐤𝐬𝐢, 𝐒𝐰𝐚𝐦𝐢, 𝐒𝐰𝐬𝐢 Maya Nashivaro Lage, Harinama Mahamantra Lautum. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to wake up all the fallen conditioned souls, bring them. He brought this holy name, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentioned, do not try to see Krishna, but try to serve Krishna in such a way that Krishna wants to see you. So let us extend this example. Do not try to see Radharani. Try to serve Radharani in such a way that she wants to see you. So in this way, Shri Radha and Krishna are available to all of us through the medium of seva, service. And service to whom? Service to our Gurudevs, service to exalted Vaishnavas in our parampara. And through this medium, we reach out to Lord Chaitanya and finally to Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this path, the path of preaching and practicing, right? Janma sarthak kori koro porokar. So best way of serving Srimati Radharani and getting her mercy is to first practice what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what Srila Prabhupada and our Gurudev has told us to do. Practice in our own life and preach this message all over the world as much as possible, as much our capacity is. So that is the understanding. So I was hearing a lecture. One devotee was mentioning that generally in Vrindavan we see people like to chant Srimati Radharani's name, Radhe, 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 Radhe. So very beautiful. So Radhe, Radhe, Radhe when we chant is full of emotions. But because we are from the material world, our emotions are very dry. There is not much rasa in that emotion. So if you want to chant Radhe, Radhe and really get our emotion with rasa, then that rasa is seva. That rasa is practice. So in practice, the tenets of Krishna consciousness as taught by our Guru Maharaj, by Srila Prabhupada, if we preach as foretold by our Guru Maharaj, by Srila Prabhupada, by practicing and preaching, then we get very, very high emotions, rasa in the emotion. And when we call out the holy name of Srimati Radharani, indeed it will attract her mercy. So what is this preaching? What is this practice? Just I'd like to end with this small two anecdotes. See, practice means one is practice, another is preaching. Generally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh, Amar agya guru hai tara indesh. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us to preach. Now, someone may think preaching means to give lecture. So that is a very narrow definition of preaching. Preaching means to be involved in all activities which helps the preaching movement. Prabhupada said ISKCON is a preaching movement. Everyone who is serving in ISKCON is also preaching, right? Like the pujari, by dressing the deity so beautifully, when darshan opens, everyone immediately brings out the mobile and camera and click. So, wow, beautiful. So he's preaching by his beautiful dressing. The cook is cooking so nicely, nice prashadam. People are fasting till noon tomorrow, right? After that big feast of Radhastami, and they'll eat this beautiful feast, So then cook has to cook very nicely. So cook is preaching through his beautiful service. Everyone is doing his own part in this preaching movement, and together we are all helping Srila Prabhupada to preach in this world. So in this way we can see preaching is a very, very big subject matter. It's not limited to only speaking lecture. Srila Prabhupada was in Mumbai And Srila Prabhupada's disciple, Pancha Dravid Maharaj, he approached Srila Prabhupada. He was in the mood of crying. He said, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you are so busy traveling all over the world and preaching. I'm not getting service, personal service to you, Prabhupada. I'm serving here in Mumbai. How do you understand that while serving here, maybe I'm doing deity worship or cleaning the floor or preaching? How do I come to know my Guru Maharaj, my Srila Prabhupada, that I'm offering personal service to you, that you are understanding that I'm giving you service. You're traveling all over the world, Prabhupada. You've become very big devotee now, big guru now, Prabhupada. Prabhupada heard that yes, Panchadavid Maharaj asking a very, very, very pertinent question. That now spiritual master is traveling all over the world, and this one devotee disciple serving in one corner of the world. And how does he know that when he's serving, the service is reaching his Guru Maharaj? So Prabhupada said, ISKCON is big, but I am not big. ISKCON is big, but I am not big, Prabhupada said. ISKCON is spread all over the world. I am a very small person. But the responsibility of taking care of ISKCON, running ISKCON is on the small person. And how can I run ISKCON alone? I am going everywhere in the world, in every temple, every center. I am responsible for deity worship. I am responsible for cooking. I am responsible for cleaning. I am responsible for preaching. But how can I do all that? So I want all of you to help me. So if you are serving in Mumbai, you are doing deity worship, you are cleaning the temple, you are preaching, you are helping me run this ISKCON. It's my responsibility. So Panchadavid Maharaj heard that. Then he understood the concept of how we serve in separation, but in that also there is a union of connect. How we are, if we do our service properly, that service is out of gratitude to our Guru Maharaj, who is in turn serving Srila Prabhupada. And this way we are connecting in parampara. It's a very personal touch. It is not an impersonal touch. It is not that Guru Maharaj somewhere, I'm here, he doesn't know. Not like that. It's a personal touch. And this is how we continue our tradition of serving. So this is about preaching, how we preach. Preaching is all encompassing. It contains all service. Whatever our Guru, our Srila Prabhupada has told us, we serve in that way and we help him, assist him in preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world. Regarding practice, yes, we need to practice very nicely the tenets of Krishna consciousness. One time, one book distributor met Srila Prabhupada and he said, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I'm praying to the deities that let me, life after life, come to this material world and distribute your books. And he thought Srila Prabhupada will be very happy hearing that. Srila Prabhupada said, no need. She was surprised, no need. Why Prabhupada? Prabhupada said, you are distributing books very nicely, but you do not know, in future Kali Yuga will become more difficult and book distribution also will be difficult. So don't come again. It won't be easy. Just distribute books nicely, practice Krishna consciousness so nicely that after this life, you go back to world. You don't have to come back. So we see this wonderful principle which the Prabhupada has given us, that we preach. We do service. At the same time, whatever we have received in the parampara, we follow, we practice. Janma sarthakvari. We practice the principles and we preach the principles. So if we can actually properly practice Krishna consciousness in our life day to day and preach the message of Krishna consciousness day to day, by the simple activity of practicing and preaching, we will serve our Guru Maharaj. Our Guru Maharaj will serve Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada is serving the whole parampara and serving Srimati Radharani. And Radharani Khushi Hobe. Krishna Tava Punya Hobe. That yes, Krishna will be happy with us only if Srimati Radharani blesses her, blesses all of us, and Radharani will bless all of us when she sees that how we are serving our Gurujan, our Vaishnavas, when we are connected. And through the method, the methodology of parampara, we can connect eternally the divine couple, Shri Radha and Krishna. So on the auspicious eve of Shri Radhastami, In India, we are having Radhastami today. In other parts of the world, in India, we are having tomorrow. In other parts of the world, they are doing it today. So wherever we are, whether we are having today or tomorrow, we can all offer prayer to Srimati Radharani that she gives us all of us a strength so that we can practice and preach what our gurus have told us and follow their footsteps and eventually get blessed by the mercy of Srimati Radharani and achieve Krishna's divine lotus feet. With these few words, I stop here. Thank you for your patient listening. And at this time, I would like to request if Maharaj is present to kindly speak some words, some comments, or some corrections. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the delicious feast.
Thank you so much, Baldev Prabhu, for such deep insights. It was indeed wonderful and very delightful. And truly said that our hope is His divine grace, who always invite us to take the shelter of Srimati Radharani. And that is actually a real success. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Dear devotees, I now would like to invite you all for this video, for this beautiful video presentation by a little girl from Ghana, Chaitanya Priya. So let's enjoy this video offering by Chaitanya Priya.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna, dear Srila Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you. My name is Chaitanya Priya from Ghana Yatra, and on this glorious day of Radhastami, I am here to present some names of Srimati Radharani and their meanings. Madan Mohini, she is the most charming. Krishna Samyuta, she is the constant companion of Sri Krishna. Gita Gamya, she is approached by chanting her holy names. 𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐝𝐴, she is the wisest philosopher. Niti Gati, she is the perfect moralist. Vilasini, she is playful. Kishori, she is youthful. Vrindavaneshwari, she is the queen of Vrindavan. Jayaprada, she is the giver of victory. Ujjalaprada, she is glorious. Hare Krishna. We wish you all a very, very, very wonderful Radhastami. Hare Krishna. Shri Radharani ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, dear Chaitanya Priya. It was indeed very beautiful offering. And we all enjoyed this video presentation by Chaitanya Priya. And as we now move on to our next item, which is very interesting and always much awaited program of this segment, the quiz. So let me quickly brief you about the quiz. We will be having 3 questions and along with 4 options, and one will be the right answer. So a poll will be appearing on your screen. You have to click on the right answer and then click on the submit button. So let's see who is the faster winner, and the winners will be announced. The top 3 winners will be announced at the end of this program. So you have to be there till the end of the program. So let's see who will be the fastest one so that we can announce the winner at the end of the program. So here we'll be having quiz. Question 1 of today's quiz is, according to Puranas, the name Srimati Radhika means, we have 4 options for that. Option A, one who is the greatest worshipper. Option B, one who is the most merciful. Option C, one who attracts even the all attractive. And option D, one who is the most loved. A poll will be appearing on your screen and you will have to click on the right answer, and then you have to click on this submit button. And there is a timer along with this poll, so you have to be a little more faster so that you can click on the right options before the poll gets over. So now we will be having the right answer. Let's see what is the right answer. And the correct answer is option A. Yes, one who is the greatest worshipper. The name Radha is derived from the root word Aradhana, which means worship. The personality who excels all in worshipping Krishna may therefore be called Radhika, the greatest servitor. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 4.87. And now we move on to our question number 2. How many auspicious marks are there on the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani? There are 4 options for that. Option A, 16, option B, 19, option C, 22, and option D, 27. Again, a poll will be appearing on your screen. You will have to click on the right options and then click on the submit button. There is a timer for each of the questions, so you have to be very quick, very fast. Let's see who is the fastest one. Yes, devotees are really participating very nicely and very interestingly. And let's see what is the correct answer for this question. And the correct answer is option B, 19. There are actually total 8 auspicious marks on the right foot, lotus foot of Srimati Radhika, and 11 auspicious mark on the left lotus foot of Srimati Radhika. Congratulations, those who have clicked the right answer. And now move on to question number 3. Who among the following is not among the 8 principal Sakhis of Srimati Radharani? A. Shri Champaklata, B. Shri Ratnalekha, Shri Tungavidya, and D. Shri Indulekha. Let's see, a poll is appearing on your screen shortly. Please click on the right answer, and then after that, please submit the click button. Click on the submit button. Yes, we can see that devotees are enthusiastically participating in the quiz. And let's see who is the winner. And the correct answer is Shri Ratnalekha. Yes, congratulations those who have clicked the right answer. The 8 most exalted Sakhis are Lalita, Vishakha, Chitra, Champaklata, Tungavidya, Indulekha, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. This is from Radha Krishna Ganodesh Deepika from Srila Rupa Goswami. Congratulations to all the winners, those who have, and the quick look at the screen. Quiz results will be announced at the end of the session. Thank you so much. And now, dear devotees, we now present a beautiful bhajan video from the devotees of Mauritius. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe Radhe. So let's enjoy this bhajan video from the devotees of Mauritius.
Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna. Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Krishna, Jai
Thank you so much, Nitya Kishori Radha Mataji, Avesh Rupa Prabhu, and Bhakt Abhishek for this beautiful rendition, and Bhakti Shanta for the video editing. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure now to invite His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Swami Maharaj to lead us to the closing prayers.
In the Radha Prakarana of Ujjwala Nilamani, it is said, Sri Radha's body is composed of Mahabharata, the greatest of all Shaktis is the Ladini Shakti. Therefore, it is called Mahashakti. Of that, the essence is Madan, which is the zenith of Mahabharata. Sri Radha is the embodiment of that highest Mahabharata. This conclusion is well established. Mr. Prabhupada was already explaining Srimati Radharani's position in the lecture we had before the program. She is the greatest of all Shaktis. And is the Ladini Shakti. Ladini Shakti. Lord Krishna is made up of Satchit Ananda. This Krishna is made up. And these qualities of Krishna, they are maintained by Sambit, Sandini, and Ladini. Sambit and Sandini is Lord Balaram. Ladini is Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani is the greatest of all. And Rupa Goswami has described how Srimati Radharani exhibit all these qualities at different levels in his explanations or narrations of Srimati Radharani's wonderful qualities. No one has the qualities up to her standard. Because our position is not that of but just a living entity. She is the supreme mother. Like Krishna is the supreme father. The Srimati Radharani is the supreme. So we have the supreme mother, we have the supreme father. Both are the same. The only difference is that Srimati Radharani having the nature of the pleasure of potency of Krishna. So it's superior to Krishna because enjoyment is the highest of everything. Enjoyment. That is superior. Without enjoyment, no one can exist. Therefore, she nourishes all living entities. That is her nature. So she described here to be what? She is called Mahashakti. Of that, the essence is Madhana, which is the zenith of Mahabharata. The zenith. We have been told, for those who are here in Banao, Madan Ter. It's a place. Now we cannot go there. It is politically managed now. It used to be free. You can go there. I have been there many times to Radhastami with the devotees in the past. It was open. You can go there. Very beautiful, serene. It is Vrindavan. When you're on the road, it's not Vrindavan. Want to experience Vrindavan, you can enter into the Madan Ter. You would never experience what is going on in the street. because this is where Lord Srimati Radharani exhibited supreme control over Krishna. See, the Krishna is Madan Mohan, because he is one who defeated the Kupi. The Kupi was very proud of position. So one day he went to Radharani. I heard you are the greatest brahmachari. You are very strong, very powerful. So I want to see how powerful you are. And the money say, oh, you are looking for a person. I'm a lazy person. Don't waste your time with me. The best brahmachari I'll show you. He's a small boy. He's a small boy. And he's the greatest brahmachari. At the same time, you will always see him with years. So you go and show your power there. If you waste your time with me, nobody will glorify you. If you defeat him, nobody will say thank you for that. But if you defeat him, yeah, the whole world will worship you. And your glory will expand. So I promise you should go to him. And I'm waiting to get the results of your success. So Cupid quickly disappeared and he came searching for Krishna and he saw. Exactly, he saw that Krishna was waiting. He's a higher than a child. So Cupid used the best of all the strength, all the weapons he has. He used all that. And nothing worked. Nothing. Zero, it was zero. It was zero. He tried the best of the powers within him. It was zero. Krishna didn't even notice that somebody is around. But instead, when Krishna looked at him, he was on the ground, flat. So when Krishna became very, very, very proud, see this rascal. He went to test him. And not only that, Krishna started to boast everywhere. See, I'm the one. And the gopis saw that. So what has happened now, Krishna would never allow anybody to rest again because he has done something defeating Kupi. Nobody will rest again. He's going to destroy the whole. So the gopis were thinking what to do. Let's bring Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani came, once he came, Mahabhav Chintamani. Once he came with her, you can see. As soon as she glanced on Krishna, Krishna was flat in the ground. So she became, what's her name? Krishna is Madana Mohan. So Srimati became Madana Mohana Mohini. The greatest person who cannot be conquered. Even, not even could be useless, but Krishna himself, the supreme sense of God. So this is Srimati Radharani's position. So Sri Radha is what? She is an embodiment of that highest Maha. And this conclusion is well established throughout the world. Srimati Radharani ki Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj. And as we move on, let's see who are the top 3 winners of today's quiz. Congratulations. The top 3 winners are, for question number 1, Shravana Devi Dasi. Congratulations, dear Mataji. Question number 2, Jatin Singh Prabhu. Congratulations once again. And for question number 3, we have Devarishi Das Prabhu. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all the winners. A big Hari Bol to all the winners once again. On behalf of VDD Sanga, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to their esteemed speakers, His Grace Baldev Prabhu and His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Swami Maharaj, for such a wonderful, valuable, and deep insight. I would like to thank all of you present here for making the time to be with us here today and helping us make this event a grand success. You all are invited tomorrow, also being a very special occasion, a very special day, Radhastami. So please do join us. We have many interesting items, many programs lined up for you all tomorrow. Please do not miss it. So you are once again invited tomorrow. Till then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay connected, and see you all tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Let's have as we move on, as we continue in our celebration, so let's have a schedule for tomorrow. Let's see what we are going to offer you tomorrow. We have a talk by His Holiness Vrindavan Chandra Das Goswami Maharaj, The Conversation of 𝐤𝐢𝐳 and 𝐶𝐢𝐬𝐢. And after that, we are going to have a quiz, very interesting part of the program, much awaited quiz, and followed by a talk on the topic Radha Prema by His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Swami Maharaj. And at the end, we are going to have a bhajan by devotees of Brazil. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. See you.
राधारानी की जय, महारानी की जय, राधारानी की जय, महारानी की जय, बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, वृषभानु दुलारे की जय जय जय, वृषभानु दुलारे की जय जय जय, बोलो वृंदावनेश्वरी की जय जय जय, वृंदावनेश्वरी की जय जय जय, राधा रानी की जय, महारानी की जय, राधारानी की जय, महारानी की जय, बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, राधा